the Duocons. More duo than the last time. Power of the Primes, Battletrap, and Road Trap today on Guerrilla Reviews. Okay, yes, here we have the completed robot mode. You notice that I have the fan version of the backpack here. You saw the previous one. I just think that this looks a lot better, plus you get the waist rotation, which is always nice. So as for the rest of the articulation, the head does rotate. Ball joint on the shoulder and on the elbow. Again, the waist rotation, ball jointed hip, one with a thigh swivel. Bizarre knee, but it does at least have one, as well as a significant amount of articulation for the feet. So, for some people, this figure is combined is perfect, and does equate to something relatively the size of a deluxe. So, yay for you if you do decide to get one. Or rather, both. Alright, now here we have Battletrap and Road Trap separately in their vehicle modes. Yeah, we do see some rather exceptionally odd proportions for Battletrap here, but this is Transformers. Strange proportions, it should be nothing new to us. And but at least you do get a decent spin off of the rotor, off of the helicopter blade, so that should make somebody happy. I'm looking at you, Billy. So now, as for the truck mode itself, it is, well, serviceable, if a little bit bizarre. But we have all seen worse, let's be honest here. Now, there is a way to, well, relatively, put a Tidemaster on these pegs here or here on either of them. They don't hold very well, so I won't demonstrate that. So, yeah, there's something that you can do if you are so inclined. Alright, now we'll start off with Battletrap here, and what is the unique feature for the Power of the Primes versions? Actual robot modes for each vehicle. Yes, as you probably know, in G1 they were both just two vehicles that turned into one robot, and that was about it. So this is actually something of a very nice feature. Anyway, we'll start by folding these parts down, separating what will become the arms, and folding these outward. Well, after you open up the canopy. Things can get in the way, so that's going to be might be an issue for you. Okay, now that we've folded these down, we'll put these back up and then slide these down all the way around, like so. Then we'll get to this part, which will then fold up like this, and then we can complete this part for the hip. Then we'll twist these around, fold up here. Then we'll move up with the canopy again, fold these back, twist, twist, downward like that. Repeat with the other arm. Let's see here. There we are. Then you come up to this part of the torso and flip out the head. Connect all that together. And let's see. Yes, there we go. Battletrap, robot mode. Yay. Moving on to Road Trap here, we'll start by splitting the whole thing in half. Yep, that's a bit of a weird one, but that's what you have to do. Twist these around for the arms. Bring these two parts up like so. And then reconnect for the torso. Then you will kind of have to finagle things here. There we go, just move up that part. That for the legs, and then come up here. Move this forward. Connect that into to this part right here. Twist around for the body, the head, and all that. And there we are. Road Trap. Robot mode. Yay. Now with them both in robot mode, we can take a quick look at the articulation. Both their heads do swivel. Now, due to the way that they transform, how the articulation works on the ball joint shoulders is very different, but they do at least have them. Like so here. But they both have ball jointed elbows. With Battletrap here, you also have this inward rotation, which is a little weird, but it's something. No waist, but that's to be expected considering the transformations. Ball jointed hips on both of them, ball jointed knees. Nothing on the feet for Battletrap, but in Road Trap you have this rather interesting stem and ball system that's going to come into play for the combined robot mode. And yes, these are both in the Scout class, or what it used to be the Scout class. So there you go. So you will be paying $10 a piece for these, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at least we're getting these at all. So that's something. Okay, now we're going to get into combined mode here, and we're going to start with Battle Slash. We'll start by separating the canopy again, folding this part out, folding this in, folding out this head, twisting these parts out like so, for what will become the back part, separating these parts that were attached to the hips, folding all this in like so. Eventually, come on, there we go, yes. Okay, so that can happen. Okay, yes, there's that. Fold that in for what will be the combiner port. Now then for this bit of loveliness. Okay. There we go. Yes, so you kind of have to finagle a little bit, but you're supposed to get it like that on both arms. For that, you have to twist, turn, and so forth. Okay. Maybe there's a easier way of doing this. Okay, there we go. Then place the helicopter blade like that. Just kind of put it all like that. Yeah. Okay. Top half of Battletrap. Okay, so now we have the top half here, and we also see this rather unsightly bit for the backpack, which not only hinders movement, just looks a little unsightly, but fans have figured out a different way of doing it. Basically, you just kind of twist everything out like so. Then, once you get everything lined up properly, then you can just connect it like so, giving a much, granted it does stick out a whole lot further, but you get more articulation this way. So this is the one we'll be going with. Okay, thank you. We get on to Road Trap on the lower half. We will start by folding these parts back here, giving him a very weird look, but it's going to get even weirder, folks, don't you worry. Okay, then we will separate these parts out, kind of did it for us already, and then fold these back down. Okay, then, let's see here. Yes, there we go, then we've put this part. Yes, there we are, and then, there we go. We have the lower half. And if we combine them, like so, we get this. Full Battletrap. Yay. Alright, now coming to conclusion here, and whether or not you should get this for yourself. Obviously it comes down to some personal things, whether or not you even care about the dual concept for one. But as for me, I am quite happy with this. I guess you do have to get them both separately instead of having them both together, but considering that they do the two different robot modes together, I can work with that. That is something very nice. And they still create a very nice robot together, as well as something a bit more cohesive. And with a little bit of fiddling, aka the backpack, you can have one of your own, although obviously sometimes the things don't always work out. Apparently these are millimeter too small for the hands. But there they go. But overall, they're a nice pair of figures. They're going to create one nice figure itself. And hopefully we will see the other team sometime soon. Anyway, I'm the Deceptiwolf. These have been Road Trap, Battle Slash, and all together make Battletrap. And again, I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.